How you guys feeling about tonight? What's it going to take?
A lot of crowd noise, and it's got to take a lot of communication between our defensive guys. I think we really have to communicate much better than we have in the past, and tackling on defense is just really, we got to step our game up.
And that's the tough part of it is in the game against Kentucky, the 71-yard quick screen, they're in position to make the play.
Yes.
They're in position to get him for a 5-yard gain or a 10-yard gain, or even if a couple guys miss, a 15-yard gain. But bad angles to the ball carrier, I mean, just little things like that. And Brittany, Oklahoma's had enough trouble on offense where if you give them something like that, their defense is so good, you keep them around. The big thing for Tennessee is if they're just fundamentally sound, they don't have to be dominant. They don't have to hold them to no yards or no points. They've just got to make everything hard on Oklahoma, make them earn everything. And I think if they play like that, Tennessee's offense will be good enough to go win this game.
Mm-hmm. John Mateer, who was outstanding in the beginning of the season in the early conversation for the Heisman even, of course, has been out for several weeks. And since he's been back, we haven't seen him at full strength, perhaps. But still, a 50% John Mateer is pretty dangerous.
He's really good.
How do you contain him?
He's really good. I mean, first of all, he came days later, you're playing. I think it's probably mentally impacting his ability to play. I think with the injury like that, it's probably a nagging injury. It's probably not totally healed. So every throw has been complicated by his injury. It's on his right hand. So I think the only thing that we need to do defensively is don't give him any confidence. Stay on him, put the pressure. Don't allow him to get confidence, because right now he doesn't have the same confidence that he had coming into the beginning of the season.
I think it's absolutely right, because his mechanics were always a little bit questionable.
It was,
anyway.
yes.
He's a guy in the pocket. He sort of throws like a third baseman. I mean, he
winds up.
He winds up.
He winds up.
He's chucking it. So now with the thumb, he's even less sort of on point. You want to put him in situations where he has to stand there on third down and deliver to the receivers when he's getting heat on him. You don't want to let him run the ball, make easy throws, have 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. These are the things that Tennessee's got to focus upon tonight. But listen, he's a really good athlete. He's tough as all get out. I mean, he is tough as shoe leather. And the other part of him, too, is he's really smart. He's got a tight end in Canick, who's a really interesting player. He was a starting linebacker for him. They moved him to tight end. Not that big, but he is John Mateer's favorite receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to feed him a lot to get that confidence he's talking about early in the game.
Heath, we were talking about tackling. That's got to be something that Tennessee needs to improve on. How do you think they make that jump today?
Well, I think it has to come down to every player. That's a fundamental of the game, right? Since youth ball, they've been learning how to tackle. They know how to do it. They just have to execute it now. And when you're talking about the linebackers and the tight ends have to be able to cover those tight ends. So most importantly, they still got to tackle him, right? Once he catches the ball, tackle him. Don't give him an opportunity to get in the secondary.
Well, some of it's inexperience, too. You've got a kid like Redmond playing at the corner spot, and he's not used to tackling at this level. He's having to learn it. McMurray is playing the star position. He's really a corner. And then you're sort of in that in-between where you have some guys who are trying to make some things happen from those spots. You don't need the big hit. You don't need the knockout blow. You just got to get them on the ground, man. And that's really, I think, a lot of what has been preached this week is get there, take the right angle, and just make the sure tackle. They've done a great job making the spectacular plays on defense this year, and I hope they keep doing that. But don't go for the spectacular plays. The normal plays will give you a chance to get home.
Be disciplined. Right? Be disciplined.
Sure. That's something that you've been talking about all season, too. What do we know about Arion Carter?
That he's going to be listed in the final write-up, as we're told, as a guy at this point who is just a game-time decision. He wants to try to play. That's the word we were getting. hasn't really been able to do anything for a while because of the toe, but he wants to try to play, especially Britt, because next week the balls are off, so it would give him another week to heal up. I don't know if he's going to be able to go, but if he doesn't, it's going to be Edwin Spillman, and that's not a bad thing either.
It certainly is not, especially coming off of that performance that we saw last week at the 16 tackles. Edwin Spillman, number 13.